See, the table was even.
Anyway, guys. Hey, guys. Welcome to another session of Sex, Love, and Lies. By the way, the entire name of the podcast is Sex, Love, and Lies plus everything in between. So today, we're going to be speaking about the everything in between part. Now, the everything in between is going to be, obviously, anything outside of Sex, Love, and Lies, except for religion and
politics.
Correct. So the everything, God damn it, fix the phone.
You don't like that?
No. Now I messed it up. See? Anyway, today, can you fix it? I think I put up the topic today. We're going to be talking about the male perspective of child support.
What about the female perspective?
Well, I'm definitely going to have my say-so on it. But
yeah, because I always get it. Okay, so
look. Wait, whoa. We always get it because we're always handling our business and taking care of the child. Unless you opt to have the child live with you. Are you doing that?
And females don't want that because they got to get their nails done and their hair done.
Oh.
Which
we're about to get into the subject before we even get into the subject? Jesus Christ.
I'm kidding.
Lord. Anyway, again, we're going to be speaking about the male perspective as well as mine, the female perspective on child support. Obviously, my bestie's on child support because he sounds bitter. And obviously, I'm receiving child support because I'm a mother.
Are you bitter?
A single mom who's been taking care of her beautiful daughter for 17 years alone.
We got a picture?
Of whom?
Your beautiful daughter.
My Facebook friends and family knows what my baby looks like. Plus, she hates taking pictures. For the past couple of years, I gotta run her down with the camera just to take a damn picture of her. But can you see yourself on that?
Yep.
Anyway, so I have a couple of questions together for you, Mr. Bailey.
Shoot.
Oh, by the way, Mr. Bailey.
Lady Madonna.
Amen. So, I was on this website, and I think it's called singleblackmen.org. And the topic was basically the male perspective on child support. So I was like, you know what? That's a really good topic. And they had a few questions that I think that I'm going to ask you.
Okay, go.
So the first question was, what do you think child support is for?
For taking care of the child. Or taking care of the child, nails, a little bit of weave here and there.
Did you say a little bit of weave here and there?
You know, they got to get their hair done.
Who's they?
You know, the ones
mother?
that, just need the extra money for whatever they... It's been a while, so... Or... The last one that got me on child support, she's really good.
The last one. How many child support kids did you have?
Enough.
No. How many?
It's enough.
What's enough?
Yeah, and we're going back to that how many kids question you have. Enough. Way too many. Should stop. But look.
Whoa. Enough is not a number. When you're filling out an application and they're asking you to fill out all your dependents, you're not writing in enough. You're writing in their first name, last name, date of birth.
Tehran is 20-something. So he's in college, so I don't have to worry about that. Rodney is...
Did you pay child support for Tehran?
Yeah. But, Tehran was the first one when I was working at McDonald's. That was really low, and she never took me back, which, honestly...
You got to project your voice. We can't hear you.
So, Tehran was the first, and I wasn't making a lot of money at the time, so it wasn't all that high. But then I started making money, and then... They're like, well, you make good money. I can get you for, at least this much. And I'm like, oh, fuck me. I told myself I wasn't going to have any more kids. And then I fell in love with you. And then, So, it adds up. It adds up. Okay. Supposed to be for the kid. And, those first few years is for everything they need.
Everything they need, meaning everything the kid needs?
Everything the female needs, it's for... It's for, electricity, because, my son uses electricity. I only have boys, all boys. So my boys need electricity, they need food, and, it goes to that stuff. And then,
Do you think it's fair?
Well, maybe the first one might be fair, but then it gets really unfair really quickly. Because they're like,
Hi, Justin.
you just keep adding on money, and it's like, you can barely... I think they can go to child support up to like 50% of your income, and then the other 50 you're supposed to live on. And it's like, what am I gonna do with this? I mean,
I don't think it's 50. Isn't it 30% of the male's income? Like they have a calculation. If you have, depending on how many kids you have too.
Right. I mean, let's say hypothetically you got 3 kids. They don't say, okay, 30% of your income divided into these 3 children. This is what you're gonna pay. They be like, yo, he makes good money. Let's get him for this one, and for this one we'll get this much, and then we'll get this much, and he'll just pay that for the rest of his life. And as he makes more money, we'll just keep adding on more money. But if he ever loses his job, we'll wait to see if he says anything.
Okay, but if you lose your job, the child still has to eat. So the system really don't care whether you lose your job.
Right. It adds up. It stacks up, and then you're like, oh, I gotta get caught up, and then they take your passport, and you can't go anywhere.
Good for you. Good. They should take your passport because at the end of the day,
what does a passport have to do with anything? I could visit some place and still make payments on everything and live. I mean, it's all about living.
Well, it only gets to the point where they take your passport if you're not paying your child support. You shouldn't. If you're paying your child support, you don't have to worry about anyone taking your passport.
Yeah, no. I mean, if let's say you.
By the way, the subject is about a male perspective on paying child support. Obviously, I'm a woman, so I'm going to put my 2 cents in. But women, we always talking about, he needs to pay child support. I'm trying to figure out how he feels, which is my best friend. He's on child support. So I'm trying to get his insight on, the black male in the child support system.
Perfect. All right, look, I'm all about, doing my part, and, I want to make sure my son has everything he needs. But, I mean, the money just stacks up, and if you get behind, it's like, and then they throw interest on it and fees, and it's like a prison. It's like you're going to be paying for the rest of your life.
Justin said passport denial is not fair.
It's not.
Hey, Lexi.
You should be able to go visit someplace because you've been busting your ass all year, but nah. That money, that vacation money, you can only go to Puerto Rico and Hawaii as far as out of the country, and then you just got to work and just make payments.
The only time I feel like you should be concerned about whether you're being denied passport is if you're not paying your child support. Like, you don't ever have to worry about the government restricting you from going places if you're taking care of your responsibilities. Everything has a repercussion, right?
Right, but when they're garnishing it out of your check, and they're going to get their money regardless. You've been at the same job for years, and they're just taking out of your check. They were like, well, we've been taking this much, but somehow we haven't been taking enough. You actually owe this, and your passport's gone.
I've never heard of that happening.
Oh, when you got a balance, they take it.
Those are called rears, and you obviously were in the rear for something. Either the time she put in the documents to the court, and you weren't aware of it, so it's retro.
Even if they go up, or they say, well, okay, for this period of time, she didn't have insurance because you didn't put them on your insurance. Now you got to pay this much money, and bam, you're in the rears. Oh, got that passport too. So, you get your taxes back, you might want to, give us our money. So, I'm like, look, I got other shit to do with that money. I'm trying to live. I mean, y'all, take it as much as you want, and, leave me the rest. But, I am willing to pay the back, and because I want him to have, and I like to think of myself as a good provider, but shit happens. The car, you got to get tires, or something happens, and before you know it, that money had to be diverted to staying alive versus going on the back amount, and then it adds up. So I mean,
listen, from a single mom who's received child support since her daughter was a couple of months. To be quite honest with you, I'd rather the man just be present. You can keep your child support. If you're going to be as active as I am in my child's life, I prefer that. I'm not trying to get the system getting involved in my relationship. If you're coming to pick up your child at least once or twice a week, we're rotating weekends. We're deciding on which game we're taking the child to. Okay, you're saying, all right, you took them to the last doctor appointment, I'll take them to this one. And it's really a 50-50. Child support doesn't need to come into the equation. The only time I feel child support should come into the equation is if the other party is not interested in being, present in the child's life. And that's the reason why my daughter's father is paying child support. I can't remember the last time he spoke to my daughter or called, the last time he even saw her. So, women who have fathers that are very present and they still have those men on child support, then I have no words for them.
Yeah, they can't wait to go and get their monthly allotment so they can add that to their income so they can improve their life.
Well, so you think they're getting the money to improve their lives?
I mean, their money on top of this extra money, and because my money is shorter and her money is longer, and then she gets taxes back on so.
She gets taxes back on what?
All the money that she makes.
Well, she gets taxes based on a dependent living with hers. But you do, as a father, you have the opportunity to say whether you want your child to live with you. You can fight for it. I mean, the court's most likely never going to really see it in your eyes. She has to be like on crack, and even then, they're going to still give her the baby. But you have the right to say you want full custody or 50-50. Have you ever fought for full custody? Because then you don't have to pay child support, or do you?
I'm pretty sure you still do.
I doubt that.
I'll check into it, but
you still have to pay child support?
I would think so, but I'll check into it. I don't know for sure. I never.
Well, currently you have one of your kids living with you, and you were paying that mother child support when the child was living with you.
Right. So while he's living with me, child support for him doesn't increase. It just goes back to that balance that that accumulated when I went to school and wasn't making any money, and they just kept charging me. So,
Oh, Lexi said you can go to court and request for you both take turns paying for filing taxes on the child. I didn't even know that. That's kind of dope. Yeah. Okay, so question. Your son is currently living with you.
Mm-hmm.
So is the mother paying you child support?
I don't want anything from her. I'd rather not talk to her. She's fucking crazy.
So are you currently still paying child support for that child that's living with you?
I am handling the arrears, but it's not adding up anymore. I'm just paying the arrears off.
Okay, so she's still collecting.
Well, no, it's just going to the back balance. She's not collecting. He's staying with me.
No, she's collecting. If you're paying arrears, that means it's a big lump sum of money that's waiting to be paid to her. So if you're paying towards that,
I just figured they gave her the money and then they want me to pay them back.
You think they gave her a lump sum?
Well, not a lump sum. They just through the time they would have gave her what I would have given if I had the money, and then that's where the balance comes from.
No, that's not how it works. It goes into a lump sum, and they're like, hey, you still owe us, like the IRS, you still owe us this amount.
Well, how about, why is it collecting interest on an amount that is not even there? What the fuck?
I don't know anything about interest.
Yeah.
There's
interest on everything.
But I'm curious as to know why you're not asking for child support since the child is currently living with you. That's kind of really big of you.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get him because I wanted money from her. I wanted him because I wanted him. It improves his life, him being with me.
Right.
And the whole her thing, I mean, honestly, I threatened her with child support when I wanted her to shut the fuck up. And she shut the fuck up. Which works out perfectly because I don't want to talk to her. It's fucking crazy.
What did you say?
Hey, I'm even asking you for child support, and then she's like, shut the fuck up. You're right. I'm not asking for child support. Let me just shut the fuck up.
But what's crazy to me is that she won't opt to even help you support your child.
Well, I mean, he's still on her insurance, which I appreciate.
Well, health insurance?
Right. So.
Lexi's laughing at you. Lexi, he has issues.
No, I just don't want to talk to her. She's the worst.
She can't be the worst. Anyway, if you don't want to pay child support, I say then
her and batshit crazy are like the worst.
Can't be. Nobody beats batshit crazy back. But if you don't want to pay child support, strap up or just be by yourself.
Or
do this all day.
Or you could be a master pullout.
There's no such thing.
Oh, I'm a master pullout now.
Excuse me. Based on your history, how many kids you have?
Enough.
Exactly. You're not a master pullout.
Hold up. But my last, Ethan, he was planned. And I had been pulling out for years before we planned to have him, and I've been pulling out after him, and no mistakes. I'm nice with mine.
First of all, why don't you just use a condom and stop pulling
with my wife? What? No.
Oh, as long as you were talking about your wife and nothing else, then that's fine.
Well,
Lexi got the sign of cross up for you because you need help.
What?
You need help.
I don't. I'm a master pullout. I mean, you gotta. All right, so you're gonna make some mistakes until you get it right, and you guys.
Those are not mistakes. Those are blessings. Are you talking about your child?
No, I'm just saying if you don't want to, they're expensive, so you don't want to have a whole gang of them.
Okay, so the other question is, what are some issues you face as a man paying child support? Did you address that? And the last one will be, what, if anything, would you change about the process?
they just take the money. It's not even. You know what? If women in general could change and they say work out with let me just explain. Work out with the man versus going straight to court. Like, we don't want to pay something. I mean, we want to make it fair. I mean, this is the money that I can spare. This is going to this. I mean, I have to separate my life from yours because of you. You know, hey, yeah, you fucked up.
Who fucked up?
The female, they usually fuck up.
Wait, hold on. The female fuck up, that's why your ass is on child support?
No, I mean, that's why we had to split up, because they were doing something wrong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, so you have enough kids. So enough could be between 1 and, let's say, 6, right? So in every situation that you've been placed on child support, the woman fucked up, and that's how you ended up on child support.
Well, you know what? Vonda, the first one, Tehran's mom, she never asked for child support. I put my name on there to say, hey, he's my son. I'm going to take care of him. So she didn't ask for child support. I just offered. My dad was like, no, you fucking crazy. And I was like, what are you talking about? And I know what he means now, but I mean, you know, it's my son. My man, you know.
Somebody wants to talk. Jerome. He said, call me, let me talk. Okay.
All right, so, let's go.
Well, hold on. Jerome, are you going to give me your number on the chat? Or
because then we're all going to call you.
Text me your number. I'll give it to you. I don't care. Everybody can have it. 201-275-7697. Text me your number and I'll call you. 201-275-7697. If you want to join in on the conversation, text me your number and your name and I'll call you.
Child support
Jerome wants to talk.
Generally fair. You know what's really, really, really not fair?
What?
Spousal support. It's the
Whatever.
worst.
We're not talking about that today. But
it's the worst.
Go back to the
that?
first situation where you said that the first person you opted to give child support, right?
Right.
What about the second person?
Oh, she was so fucking ratchet. She just couldn't wait to get her money. And yeah, it went to nails, it went to hair, it went going to the club with her girls, just all kinds of crazy shit. I didn't even want to pay her.
But whoa. Question for you. You thought she was using the money that you were providing her for child support to do it. But when you saw your child, were they clean? Were they eating well? Did they have on clean shoes? Were the Pampers changed? Was the child hair brushed? And all of that. Because if the answer to that question is yes, then you were just refunding her all the money she actually used on the child. And if she chooses to get her hair done with a refund, then that's her business.
Technically, you have a valid point.
Because I'm going to tell you what. The child support I get for my child, I take care of my child, period. And the little bit of refund her father provide me, I use it for whatever. If I want to pay my PSE&G bill, if I want to pay my, if I want to buy groceries with it, if I want to give my daughter some of it because she wants to do something. Hell, if I want to go get my nails done, I'll pull out that card and swipe it in a minute. At the end of the day, my daughter's going to get taken care of whether you pay your child support or not. And the little bit of money you're sending me, please believe that's a refund because all her needs was already taken care of before that money even came through. So if you got a problem with me using the money, the little bit of money that I get on whatever month they decide to send it, you're going to have a problem for the rest of your life because I'm going to do as I please with that money. Because my child is going to be taken care of regardless of that check coming in or not. So all the dads out there who thinks that, oh, why are you getting your nails done with that money? And why... I do what the hell I please because my child is getting taken care of.
Yeah. Okay. So you have a valid point. And, okay, yeah. However, there are those females out there that, okay, yeah, he might have clean clothes on, but there's no food in the house. And you're getting your nails done, you should get food in the house. Or you know when they're messing the money up.
Well, if she's not taking care of the child and she's doing all those extra things with the money, then yeah, I definitely have a problem with it. But in most cases, the child is kind of like a refund. You're paying child support, what, twice a month, the 5th and the 15th, or whatever the case may be. So what's happening between the 1st and the 5th, and the 5th and the 15th? The child still has to eat and breathe.
Yeah, I know.
So what do you think is getting done between those times?
I'm paying for everything.
Get the fuck out of here.
Now when they're on welfare, just collecting a check because you got a kid with them.
Who's on welfare?
Oh, Juan. Ugh.
First of all, you need to choose wisely when you're sleeping with these women.
Oh my gosh, she was so sexy when I met her. Oh.
That's what your problem is, being sexy. having sexy women and not making sure that they're good mothers to your kids.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to download Facebook Messenger, y'all guys, so I can call. And Jerome, I thought you was gonna text me your phone number so I can call you. Hey, Mitch.
What's up, Mitch? You got good eyes. I got glasses on, can't see that damn thing.
Guys, if you want me to call you, text me your phone number and I'll call you. 201-275-7697. Just let me know your name when you're texting me, because I'm gonna be like, who's this? Because you know I will ask, like, who's this texting me? Anyway, are you done with the whole child support question? Oh, the process. What process would you change if you had the opportunity to change it?
There's got to be a better way of reporting, and for them to say, hey, yeah, let's have you pay less because you're making less money now, or, you know, not that, oh, you'll be back soon. Just keep making that payment, or pay what you can until you get your money up, and then go back to making the payments. And
how about the process just be that everyone just be responsible, take care of your kids. Why even get the system involved? Why can't the process just be that? Just you sit down, you're like, okay, our baby is on the way. We're not going to be together anymore, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be in my child's life regardless. This is how I think things should happen. It's 7 days in a week. Yeah, I want to see my child Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We can switch every other weekend, like what I said in the beginning.
Right.
If the child gets sick, call me. I'll take them to the first appointment. If I can't make it, you take them. Like,
yeah, babes don't think like you.
Babes don't think like you.
You're the exception. You're the exception to the rule, because they can't wait to. Well, I need more money. Well, you can't see your son. Oh, that happens all the time. All the time.
And those are the mothers that I despise.
There's so many of them out there. Oh my God. And you don't know they're like that when you see them at first. You're like, oh my God, you know, we're having a great conversation and the sex is phenomenal and she's so, you know, she can make a great mother. And then you start, you know, you have a kid with them and then they change because y'all get pregnant in the hormones and then y'all go turn.
You don't talk loud. Nobody can hear you.
Can y'all hear me?
No, they can't.
Oh, they said
I'm
yes.
right next to you and I'm listening. I'm like, what?
That's a yes, and that's a yes.
I'm trying to read the subject. What? Somebody said something. They said no. I'm gonna have to read the comments later. Oh, Mitch have a question. Yay! What's the question, Mitch? You want me to call you? I'm gonna call you. I'm calling.
They say no, or I don't. Got it till county clerk letter.
Mitch has a question, so we'll call him Mitch.
Okay, let's call Mitch.
Mitch is a good friend of mine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know Mitch.
No, you don't. Hello?
Madonna.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, Paul, how you doing, sweetie?
Good. How are you? What the? My phone just hung up on Mitch. Jesus Christ.
Sucks.
My phone absolutely sucks. It's calling me back. I hate my phone. Sorry about that, hon.
How's the family? Everybody good?
Everyone is great.
Awesome.
What's the question?
My question, piece of the young man, I don't know the brother's name.
Rodney.
Oh, this is my bestie, Rodney. Rodney meets my friend Mitch.
What's up, Mitch? How you doing?
Cool.
How you doing, brother Rodney? How's everything, man?
Hey, everything's pretty good. You know, just working, paying bills, paying bills.
Yeah, man. Do me a favor, yeah. When I hang up this phone, karate chop in Madonna's throat for me, please.
Bet.
What? Karate chop me?
Yeah, karate chop to the throat.
Why? What did I say or do?
All right, here's the question.
All right.
If the dad, let's just use Matt Barnes for instance.
Okay.
Hypothetically. Okay.
If the mom wants the child to have the same type of lifestyle that the father has, hey, let the child live with the father. Why is, and we play devil's advocate here.
Right.
If a woman can't support the child based off of her income, but feels that the child should have the same type of lifestyle as the father, which I do believe that they should, have the child live with the father.
Right.
How do you justify $50,000 a month for child support?
Yeah, they want money. Yo, and don't make more money because they want more money.
Exactly. So let's when we play devil's advocate, we gotta play devil's advocate to a point where we have to ask ourselves, are there women out there using the system? Yeah.
And if it's not her trying to use the system, I think it will be mostly based on pride, because most women will look at themselves as a failure if they're not able to support their child and the child is living with their father. They won't say it out loud, but I know that if I had to have my child move into her father's house because I'm not able to provide for her, to me, I feel as a mom.
Okay, so 97% the child goes with the mom.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Now, I'm in the same question as this hypothetical Mitch guy. My ex-wife cannot. She's living check to check. She cannot afford her life without me, and my money helps ease the monthly, that monthly nut to make ends meet. However, if my son lived with me,
you don't have to worry about the mom.
Right, I wouldn't even need child support from her because I got it. Now, when I got it and give it, it hurts. But I mean, if he was with me and I didn't have to pay that, bro, I don't need her help to take care of my son. But she needs my help to take care of him.
So, did you?
Oh, that's gonna lead me to my next question.
Okay.
All right, but it's still in the sense of monetary lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
If the woman that is, if a couple is married going through a divorce, and the woman is the breadwinner.
Okay.
I'm gonna pose this question to Rodney. You as a man, you being an alpha male, would you seek alimony and child support? It's a fair question.
Okay, so let me just make sure I understand.
Okay.
My son's coming with me, or my son's staying with her?
No, we're not talking about the kids.
Just talk about spousal support.
Spousal support? She's the breadwinner? Why would I need to... Hold on. Okay, I see what you're saying. Okay, if we split up and she makes the most money, would I want some of her money? Fuck no, that's her money.
Gotcha.
And would you feel less than a man if you felt like you needed some?
Need it? No, I'm gonna go get it. I'll get 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever. I will make my life, and she happens to make more money. She's gonna enjoy her life. I don't need money from her to help me live the lifestyle I had when I was with her. We're not together. I'll go do me, and she go do her. However, if the tables are flipped, oh, I'm accustomed to eating this on Friday nights.
You are the provider, correct? And that is your attitude throughout the entire
relationship. You are
relationship.
accustomed to this while you're fucking me. While you're not fucking me, you get accustomed to some other shit. That's what it is.
Yo, I like Rodney, yo. Yeah, I like him, yo. That's straight to the point.
I'm accustomed to fucking you on Monday, Thursday, and Friday. What's up with that?
Good.
Well, your other chick gonna be able to do that, but still. I mean, honestly, the whole spouse support, I don't even know how I feel about that, but I'm very vocal when it comes to child support.
Okay.
Like, I'm capable of taking care of myself with the whole spouse support. And I've never been the type of woman where I'm like, oh yeah, I'll stay home and take care of the kids and you go get the bacon. That's not my personality, so I can't really speak on that. And I've never been married before, so I'm not even going to talk on that. But I am a mother and I do collect child support, so you can ask me all your questions you want.
Yeah, so that's why I was one of the reasons why I had asked that question is because in a sense it goes hand in hand. If women are out here screaming equality, we this, we that, in which they should have equality, you guys can't be upset when Kendo is basically trying to get Mary J. Blige for alimony and child support.
And who? The guy. Who? Mary's husband, ex-husband is trying to get her for child support?
Oh, he was trying to clip her.
Oh, wow.
But see, he was doing it on the strength of trying to hurt her.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, there are some guys out there that are in that same boat, whereas they significant others, soon to be ex-wife, makes 4 times more than they make.
But from a male perspective, looking in, how do you see him? Did he not lose respect for you in that category, or do you not care? Like, if that was one of your friends, would you say, yeah, get it for that spouse support, or would you say, man, come on, stop, just leave it alone?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, I want you to be real honest.
I've always been direct with you. I'll be very direct with you.
Okay, go ahead.
I was really thinking about doing it.
You was thinking about asking for child support, spousal support?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's my thought process.
Go ahead.
My thought process was that, like, I'm getting so much, she is giving me her ass here. I did that in the third. You know what? I'm gonna clip her.
See?
So it was kind of on revenge, not necessarily you need it?
Hold on, let me finish.
Okay.
Now, there were people that I spoke with, male and female, that went through a divorce, that didn't go through a divorce. I asked them for their opinion, and pretty much everybody came with the same thing and said that, yeah, at the end of the day, it really boils down to, if that's what you really want to do, that's what you want to do. Yeah, by law, you can do that, but are you really going to do it? And to answer the question, well, nobody asked me though, but I didn't clip her.
Now, were you doing it because you were bitter, or you were doing it because you?
That's exactly why I was going to do it, because I was doing it out of.
Oh, you was being petty, LaBelle?
I could be very petty.
So can I, but it's funny when you hear a man say he could be petty. Now, you normally don't hear that. You always hear women say, yes, I'm going to be petty, I'm going to do this. Okay.
Well, no, I could be petty. But it was, and when the judge asked me that, I said, no, I just want to get this over with. She's like, Mr. Jules, you do know that you can't come back and ask for alimony. You can come back for child support, but you can't come back and ask for alimony. I was like, I didn't marry her for that money.
Right.
Why am I divorcing her just to hurt her? Which, hurting her is really hurting myself.
Right.
I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think that with having conversations about child support, is that type for child support?
Is it what?
We have to have that conversation and be honest with each other.
Right.
Like my example, I could have clipped my ex-wife. I was clipping her because I was bitter, I was hurt, I was mad, I was disappointed.
Aww.
And I felt as though that, there was a lot of shit that she did that was disrespectful.
Right.
But I had to be the man about it, where I had to say, you know what, man, get ahead and get up out of here.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, I don't have sleepless. Well, I do have sleepless nights, but that's my other stuff. But I don't think that I could look myself in the mirror and say, yeah, I feel good that I clipped her for alimony.
Yeah, and that's why I proposed a question. Like, to me, I'm not a male, but I'm just thinking, like, if I was a man and my other guy friend is telling me I'm about to take my ex-wife to court for spouse support, I think I would have been looking at him some type of way, like, what? Like, you can't go out there and get your own money. You need your wife to help pay your bills? Like, nah.
Okay, so let's play devil's advocate. Roles are reversed.
Yeah, but I just said to you,
I'm the breadwinner, but I'm fighting for her to take. Nah, that's my money. She doesn't deserve alimony. Now, are you looking at me the same way?
No, because remember earlier in the discussion I said to you, I've never been the type of person that said, okay, I want to sit home and take care of the family while my husband is out there bringing home the bacon. Like,
you're a dominant dozen, so you can't.
You are.
I'm a dominant. No, well, I mean, if you meet this woman, you're like, oh, quit your job. I don't need you to do anything. Come home, be my wife.
That's a different situation.
But if that's most situations is you want them to be at home, take care of the kids, take care of the house, and take care of you when you come home. If that's the type of lifestyle you want to live, and you decide to separate, then yes, she's been out of the workplace for 10 years. Then
right.
Yeah, you got to provide for her.
What's the reason for the split? Is because she's not working and she doesn't want to do shit else?
The split?
Well, I mean, whose fault is it?
No,
Whose fault is it?
I'm gonna need you to stay on the Jersey Turnpike. Because what you're trying to do, you're trying to change the stuff, not change the subject, but you're trying to change lanes. Now you're on the Garden State Parkway. No, let's stay on the Jersey Turnpike.
Okay, so what did I say that made me get off the turnpike?
Same scenario.
Uh-huh.
Male and female, man and wife are going to work 9 to 5, this, that, and the third.
Right. It's your job. It's my job.
Makes 4 times more than the wife.
Okay.
Now, if your friend is going through a divorce and he's your male friend, and nah, madame, I'm not giving her a dime. Yada yada. You're not gonna look. How are you gonna look at him? Are you gonna look at him? Are you gonna look at him differently?
First of all, I don't remember how. I don't know if you remember how real I am when it comes to me giving my friends my opinion. Rodney can vouch for me. Just because he's my friend, I'm not going to sit there and smoke up his ass, or always agree with the shit he say. I tell him, like, no, that's bullshit, don't do that. Or, yes, I agree, or no, I don't agree. And if you met someone and made her quit her job or change her lifestyle to suit yours, which is being barefoot and pregnant,
right?
And then the relationship
ended. But they're both working.
No. My scenario is her not working and she's staying home to take care of you and the family and the kids.
Right. And while you're with me...
and then the relationship ends. She's out of the workplace for the 10, 15 year, however the duration of the relationship.
When you're with me, you don't have to work.
Yeah,
but now that we're not together, get a fucking job.
Okay, but she's been out of the workplace for 10 to 15 years. What company is going to hire her?
Madonna, keep it on the Jersey Turnpike.
I kept it on the Jersey Turnpike.
What if they're both working?
I kept it on the Jersey Turnpike.
She's a career woman. He's a career man.
They're both working.
Well, then, that's what I'm saying.
The only time that she was out of work was when she was having a baby.
Right.
And they have maternity.
That's her job. That's his job. They
well,
should
then,
separate.
no. In that scenario, which is actually what I originally commented on, I don't need my man. I don't need him to provide anything for me. Just pay my child support and I'm done. Because if I'm capable of providing for myself when we were in a marriage, I'll be able to do the same thing when we're not together.
But you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle.
Okay, I could probably get that lifestyle on my own.
Right. See, you're the exception
and I'm
to
gonna
the
have
rule.
that secret account anyway, so I may be able to maintain that lifestyle.
I forgot about that secret account.
Okay, bye.
Damn. Secret account.
How you mean? No, I'm just being honest. Like, I'm working, you're working. Okay, you may make more money than me, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna be poor when the relationship ends. I'm gonna be just as fine. So, no. But if you're telling me to quit my job and you want me to do all these things and not work, and 10 years I'm out of the game and with no work experiences, you're going to pay me this child support. You're going to pay me this spouse support.
All right, so your baby father is Nas and you're Khalees.
They both have money.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Now, she's trying to... I'm just throwing numbers out there. I can't say that I'm accurate with these numbers. But let's just say hypothetically, she's trying to hit Nas for extra 50 G's a month to bring it up to 150,000. I'm just throwing hypothetical numbers out there.
Well, the money she's asking for is just for spouse support or child support?
Oh, child support.
Oh, okay. Well, now, child support is really based on a percentage of the male's income. So
because he's having a good year and he's on tour, he should pay more versus all this fucking money she's getting already.
From who? From her own sweat and blood?
From Nas.
Now, in all fairness to her, Nas just ain't the deal where he made all bunch of damn near hundreds of millions of dollars. And that's why she went back to ask for more money. I get that. But my point is that how much is too much?
There's got to be a cutoff.
Listen,
somewhere.
Gotta be some type of cutoff.
I definitely believe there's some type of cutoff, but then
it goes back to my original question. If you can say that, if any woman that could justify to say that, well, the child should have the same lifestyle as the father, then let the child live with the father. Now, if Nas is on tour, Nas pays for the name. A living name.
Right.
Like, how can you justify that?
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, okay, so the child support was based on how much money he was making when they broke up. Just because he's making more money after the fact doesn't mean shit. I mean, the money that he was making when they broke up is sufficient already. Going back for more money just because now he's doing better is bullshit.
Okay, let's just throw the number of $20,000 a month in child support, which I still think is insane.
Right.
What the fuck does a kid need for $20,000 a fucking month?
$20,000 a month, you divide that by 4, that's $5,000 a week.
You can get that kid whatever the fuck they want for $5,000 a week. And then if he starts making more money, you want more money on top of that? It's not fair.
Well, first of all, you can't justify it, but like they said in the courts, it's all based on a percentage of the income that the father is making. So if the father is making a substantial amount of money, and when it's all calculated, if it comes out to be $20K, then it comes out to be $20K.
Right, but what does a child need?
The judge is not looking at you like, ooh, you're Nas, $20K.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
$20K is not getting spent in a month on a child.
I understand that, but they came out with the rules. The 20% of the income is going to be based on whether you're making $100K or $10,000.
Okay, hold on. I want to answer a previous question. If I could change anything in the system, I would say we got to put a cap on it. There's no fucking way that $1 million a month for a child, most of that's going to the bank.
Okay, listen.
There should be, these are the child's expenses. This is what the money should be for, and that's what you're going to pay. That is it.
Well, okay, so let's look at it on the other end. What about fathers who are paying $80 a month?
I mean, they can
on child support.
They can get
on their income.
Yeah.
So it's based on their income when Nas is paying $20K.
It's based on the income up into a cutoff. Because I mean, $20,000 a month. Hey, a private school's not going to cost that much.
Nobody's saying, hey, that $80 a month you're paying for your child support is not enough. What the hell can the child eat for 80 months? Nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying. What?
So let's put it this way. Like, the brother was just saying that some of that money, majority of that money is going into the bank. Now, if that money is going into the bank,
that's excess.
Let's just say it's $20,000 a month, but after all expenses and all that, she leaves like $8,000 in a bank account. 8,000 times 10, that's $80,000. Put another
on top of.
That's $96,000. At least get taxed on that. That's fucking income. Yo, they showing.
Well, child support is after taxes, so why would she get taxed on that?
What's the card? Huh?
I said child support is paid after taxes, so why would she get taxed?
No, when it's garnished, it's before taxes.
Is it? No, yeah. I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Child support is
when it's garnished. It comes out first.
Oh well, yeah.
No, definitely it comes out first.
Oh well.
So if we can justify a child getting $20,000 a month, and the mother can't show where that $20,000 is going, but it's going into the bank account where a fraction only comes out for expenses. Come on, yo. What's the Kardashian boy's name?
I am going to assume that if the father's paying $20K a month, then the mother should probably most likely living in some type of mansion, and that's probably a substantial amount of money monthly.
Okay.
And then the PSE&G bill is the same amount, and the water bill.
But she's living in that mansion based on his income. I mean, she should downgrade a little bit.
No, Khalees had money too, so she was probably able to maintain that.
Money.
Huh?
There's a difference.
Well, I'm sure Nas definitely has more than her.
No. A very big difference. Big bank versus little bank.
Right. But I'm sure she's capable of making that mansion payment on her own without him, right?
No.
Does she really need a mansion by herself? She should downgrade a little bit. And
well, that's what I will do. If I broke up with my husband that's a millionaire or whatever the case may be, I'm moving into something that I can afford on my own.
You're in the mansion when you...
What's the Kardashian boy's name? What's his name? Rob?
Yeah.
He had a baby with what's her name?
China Doll, whatever her name is.
Yo, I saw a picture of her garage. Nothing, cars. It was like 4 or 5 cars. It had to be worth $4 million all together. And one was a 2-seater Bugatti. What is a child doing with a 2-seater Bugatti? There's got to be a cat.
What was she doing prior to meeting Rob? Well, first of all, everybody knew. Everyone knew that she got with Rob just so she can come up.
Oh no,
everybody knew that.
She was a stripper at first, but then she got with somebody up first, and then she got with Rob, right?
I don't know. But everybody knew that was a come up. So if Rob didn't see it, then sorry for him. And I'm sure a lot of his friends was in his ear like, yo, don't do it. Don't do it.
But come on. If you could fuck China Doll, would you not get her pregnant?
Ew.
No. I don't want to get her pregnant. I'll smash. I don't want to get her pregnant.
But you will smash.
Why? Why?
I'm not getting her pregnant.
Did you see her?
Hell no.
Why would you want to smash?
After
After all the stuff you heard and saw that she put Rob through, you will take that chance?
Well, first of all, I wouldn't put myself in Rob's position smashing her wall. First of all, he wiped her up. That's a no-no. That's man code violation. We don't do that.
How is that a man code violation? He was in love.
With a stripper.
What's wrong with strippers? They're human.
Oh, I love them. They're human. You're right.
I love
They're the best. Oh my
I
God.
love them all the time.
Oh,
Matter of fact, I would love to go see him.
great conversation. Really soft, very friendly.
You guys sound so
Oh.
stupid. He talk about how soft they are and so friendly they are.
You can talk about anything. Oh, they're the
There was
best.
this one particular stripper, yo.
I know.
Okay, we're getting
Yo,
off the
there was this girl
subject.
named Jade. Oh,
Okay, time out. We're getting off the subject. Okay, maybe y'all should link up and have y'all little bromance, and y'all can go to the strip club and talk about how soft they are.
yeah. There's this spot
What?
called Norma Jean's in Baltimore. Oh,
Okay, goodbye.
Well, that's when they playing that bounce music down there.
yeah, the club music.
Okay, we're done. We're not. Okay, the stripper
All right, Mitch,
conversation.
we're gonna get
for
together
another
later.
one.
All right.
Yeah, y'all gonna hook up. Y'all can hook up and go to the strip club together. Are you done with your comment?
We gotta do a whole
regarding
show
child
on strip
support?
clubs.
Oh, I'm coming. I love the strip club. You already know. I'm throwing down.
Hey, everybody.
Everything, slapping
Everybody want to go to the
booties
strip
and all.
club?
Huh? I'm going.
Huh?
I said I'm coming.
I think I lost you.
What is that green?
No, you're right here. You didn't lose us. I said I'm coming. Yeah, we're coming.
What is bring
All right,
them a
Mitch. Thanks for
camera?
joining us.
It says bring them
Join us again.
a camera. What does that mean?
Bring them on camera.
Bring them.
Mitch,
Yo.
we love you. Talk to you later. Bye. I think you get the option of bringing people on camera.
Oh, we could do that?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that's
If
a
they-
thing?
If they have, if you want to bring them on. Okay, so
There's a video,
we're done with the child support part. And we missed a lot. A lot of people were asking questions while we're having it. Like,
we're gonna do better with having a screen over here, so because looking at this right here is
No, we just need a wider tablet where we can sit it up and we can actually
we should
read
do this
the
at my
questions.
house.
Why?
In my bedroom I got two.
I am not doing a podcast in your bedroom, sir.
No, I can move the bed back and
Yeah,
then we can
no,
put the
sir.
table right there and then we can have the two screens. So
No, sir. No,
it'll be
sir.
fine. We'll do it eventually.
No, we will not.
Watch.
Okay, so the other question was, since we're done with the child support, the other question was what now?
Well, what time is it?
Oh, shit. Damn. We
I know,
spent the
right?
whole hour talking about child support?
Yeah, we did.
must have logged on
Child
late.
support. I know.
Okay, so the other thing is what? Spank Bank?
Ooh, on our next podcast, we're gonna talk about spank banks. She didn't know what it was.
I have no idea what Spank Bank was or is until he explained. You want to explain to the listeners what Spank Bank is? That's my cousin.
We call them tricks in Trinidad.
Call what tricks in Trinidad?
Who's a trick?
No, my cousin
Oh.
was saying some
Strippers? The
Quill?
tricks?
Oh yeah, strippers. I guess he must be talking about strippers.
No. Tricks are the dudes that pay for the strippers. That's what a trick is.
Well, Trinidad have their own lingo, so
Well, I just wanted to correct them so he knows.
there's no correction. That's how we call it in Trinidad. Correct yourself. So explain to the viewers what is a
Okay, so the
And
spank.
why's my battery dying again?
The spank bank is your life history of sexual encounters with the opposite sex, or if you're into the same sex, whatever you're into. It's that go-to memory of when you need to finish up. If you're not there, that you could just pull that memory, and then that memory, and then that memory, and then you can go ahead and finish this off. Because until I'm done, it's not over. So I'm doing you a favor by finishing. So you should be happy. I've got a bank.
Okay, Rodney gave you the long ass definition. Basically, I didn't even know it was a technical term, but what he's trying to say is when you're intimate with your partner, and instead of thinking about that person and you're in that moment, you start thinking about someone else maybe you were possibly intimate with, or someone you want to be intimate with, just to help that moment go along so you can actually climax. He said it's called a spank bank. I never even knew it was called that. I just called it thinking about somebody else. But you've done that, huh? Several times?
God.
While you were married?
Whenever. I mean, sometimes it just happens, without enforcing it, or, just, yeah, this feels like when I was with such and such. Oh, she had the fattest. It was so wet and warm.
So why do you feel the need to think about somebody else when you're... Well, I don't know. Marriage...
You might not do it, but everybody...
No. I've done it. I'm just saying,
okay.
I feel like I've never been married. But I'm hoping when I do get married that my husband is going to be satisfying enough that I don't have to think of anyone else.
Okay, so think about this. That guy you were with, that you had to, visit other memories. Just think of that guy as your husband. It's going to happen at some point with whoever you're with. Okay, let me ask you a different question.
I'm hoping that's not the case.
Every guy you've been with, you've had that moment where your mind strayed and went somewhere else, right?
No.
Okay, let me ask the question differently. With every guy you've been with that you've, let's say, had more than, let's say, 10 encounters with, at some point your mind strayed and went somewhere else. Now, you can have a one-night stand and you're in the moment, or you can have, a good week with someone and you stay in the moment. But when you spend some time with somebody, at some point your mind is going to stray and it's going to be like, you know what?
Not with this one particular person. No.
What's his code name?
African.
Really?
Yeah.
I said that last time. African, bruh. Take some pointers from you. But he's the only one out of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so, I mean, unless your husband's an or African, then, at some point...
He better not be African. Well, he can be an African. You better not be the African I'm speaking about.
So, yeah.
That'd be bad as hell.
I mean, I didn't go into relationships thinking, I can't wait to break out this spank bank, but, you...
I didn't even know it was... Did anybody else know it's called spank bank?
Back me up.
This is my first time hearing this whole spank bank thing, but it's good to know that you have a spank bank that you refer back to when you're being intimate with your wife or significant other. That's sad. I don't think I want to know if the man I'm with, if we're having an intimate moment and you have to go back to the spank bank just so you can climax, I'm going to be mad as hell.
With knowing that the term is spank bank, could you imagine how many spank banks you're in?
What do you mean? As if they're the one referring to me?
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
Look at you!
I mean, let me know if I'm a part of this spank thing, so I can high five my ass.
What encounter? Yeah, I was on that night.
I mean, I can only take it as a compliment if I'm a part of your spank bank. You know what I mean? But, and my spank bank is nobody that I know.
Really?
No, that's Idris. Idris is in there.
Idris is in there, wow.
Tyrese was in there when I was back in the day, but
okay.
No one that I know that's like walking, that's within my circle, no. I don't want to spank bank none of y'all motherfuckers.
Not even some of the past Jones when, a good time, there's one perfect time.
I don't refer back to any of my ex-lovers. No. Well, we're 8:59 and I don't know if we came on. Did we come on exactly at 8?
Give or take.
Yeah. I can't believe that hour went by so fast. I enjoyed this session.
All right, so going forward, we're going to have a screen so we can respond to all comments. We're going to get better with that. Thanks for joining in.
Yeah.
Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks
for getting involved. Who's that?
This was a great show. Thanks, Mitch, for calling. There's a lot of comments that was on the screen that I didn't get a chance to comment on, and I'm going to listen to the recording again and reply to everybody's message, so I'm sorry.
What was that last one say? I most certainly
Mitch
have
said,
done it. Yeah.
I think he was talking about the spank thing.
Oh, yeah, it's got to be.
Yeah. But
Everybody.
thanks, Guy.
Hey, thanks for joining in.
We're back on Tuesday.
Yeah, Tuesday.
And let us know what questions or topics you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
Mwah.
And everybody write our number down and put it in your phone so you can just call in.
Sign it off.
Or text in.
You always rotate your phone.
How do we,
my mouth
here,
is
let
dry.
me,